Innovative.
Innovative comedy.
I'm Cool Ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet, and today I'm here with the homies, and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Hey.
You want to get your ass beat? Call the number.
Oh yeah, we here to talk some shit.
With that being said, make sure you tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good one. Who I got in the building with me today?
What's good? It's your boy Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. And we have been here, got some homies with me. See what's good. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Gerald. I'm an event producer and rapper. I'm here to talk some shit with my niggas, smoke some weed.
That's right.
Oh yeah, it's your modern day spokesperson, MaccMeezaleeny, the Lingo Genie.
Oh yeah.
LA Traffic, Backpack Boys, you know the mix. Oh,
Mr. Ingenuity and Mr. Oh yeah.
You said LA Traffic, nigga.
Oh yeah. Keep it on the slush.
Okay, so what's up with y'all? How y'all feeling today?
I feel great.
Pretty good. It's been a long, it was
Souffle, man.
long weekend.
A little
Easter.
hungover.
Oh, Easter. Yeah, it was Easter, man. Well, like, how was that for everybody?
Mine was pretty chill. Chilled, cooked a little, and was smoking, watching movies and shit, and watching old alien movies and shit.
Yeah.
They getting high.
I did nothing.
That's kind of the same shit. Yeah, I was off Sunday. So
Yeah, I was off Sunday. I try to take Sundays off as much as possible, man, but I watch Netflix or fucking work on my laptop and shit still. But
Yeah, that was me. That was me for sure.
yeah.
Over Easter, got this video, I've been trying to put together, and it's taking me a minute. So all day that day, that's what I was on.
just putting that shit out. You were editing, or
Yeah, this the life, man.
Music video?
It's innovative culture. No, it's actually a wrestling event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Compton
The
Mania.
midget wrestling? Was it the midget wrestling?
Nah. This
shit
is
wild.
wrestling out of Compton.
Shit, wow.
Oh shit.
Compton Mania.
Oh, yeah. Well, Five Stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Five Stacks, man.
Yeah, he has the show. here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cali's Finest Radio.
Yeah.
He does his podcast out of here too. So
Okay. All right. Yeah, shout out to Five Stacks, man.
Mr. 5-time.
Yeah, I seen him involved in the wrestling thing, like a manager type of deal. Or something.
Yeah,
Like-
he got
like
his own stable.
Yeah.
He managed a stable, and he got a stable full of champions right now.
Yeah.
Getting it. Okay. But other than that, yeah, it was a cool weekend. Just chilled, enjoyed those days off, and shit, we here now.
Man, that shit snuck on a nigga like a motherfucker, man. I couldn't even front.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Easter was coming to fucking Tuesday. I just all of a sudden it's time to go dye some eggs and all this other shit,
Yeah, you're dying eggs like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
But you think about it, it's like, man, we already in April.
Yeah.
Like the year is flying. So that's why I tell everybody, like, what you doing on a daily basis, it's like, nigga, this is it.
Yeah. Straight up.
Can't
Shit.
waste no days.
Man.
Yeah.
You
Every
gotta
day.
make the days count. Don't count them.
Work in some form of fashion every single day.
Yeah.
Towards whatever you're reaching for.
Whatever you reaching for.
Yeah, so other than that, though, it was cool. Just was preparing for this, but it's cool. So tell them more about yourself, so you get into what you do, or how you the business or the market you're in. I don't know, like how to.
You gotta ask. You gotta ask a specific question.
I know you don't heard that shit before. You look like Big Boy. Not the LA nigga, the ATL nigga.
That's the first time on that one.
So I can
Big
kinda see
boy
it,
with an
though.
eye.
Boy.
Oh yeah,
B-I-B-O-Y.
I hosted a turd market. Rest in peace, Mean Green.
Yeah,
A little cannabis sesh. We can get something fresh.
fire.
Yeah. So
So how often do y'all do those?
Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Sundays is secondhand Sundays. That's the Smokers Day before Monday. Do a little comedy sets at 420.
Yeah, that was the first. That was, I think, when I started doing comedy, that was the fourth show I did. Like, because I hadn't even done no mics or nothing. I was getting shows. That was the 4th show I did, but the first show that paid me. Like doing the turf market. 'Cause I was like, I used to just chill and watch the comics before I even did comedy. So that shit was like cool. It was funny. If you watching people have meltdowns and take too many dabs from the free dab bar. They'd have some meltdowns.
Dabs is crazy, man. Dabs are crazy, bro. That shit put you out, man.
I remember my first time taking a dab. I was at the dispensary and it was one of them free dabs.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they had a little bench right there, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be my spot for like a cool little minute. I was like, I hope y'all ain't trying to kick me out right away because I ain't finna make it.
Oh yeah, you definitely get to hug the bench. You know what I mean?
You gotta sit there with a paper cup of water.
You gotta gather your thoughts.
They give you a paper
Process
towel.
life.
They give you a paper towel to dab your forehead and shit. Like,
yeah, because I had shit to do that day, and it really slowed me down. I forgot everything that was on my to-do list.
Oh, man. Yeah, you just got to reset. You do got to reset after that shit. After too many of them, at least.
Oh, but like I said, that first one, and you inhaling it like, you think you hitting a bong or something.
You ain't supposed to hit it like weed, you know? That's what they don't tell you.
Yeah, that's
you're
what
not supposed to hold it in like weed.
That's what my boy told me afterwards. Was don't hit it like weed. It's not a blunt.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I just be...
Yeah, that's how you pass out. You pass out like a church flyer, man.
I just be hitting it, all that shit.
It's the cough that I don't like. It's that
that's right
constant.
after.
It's just constant. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, it's a chain reaction.
Gotta have fucking cough syrup with that shit, man. It's crazy. But I'm Gerald. I do a lot of shit, but now my focus.
Talk about it. What you do?
A lot of shit.
I do a lot of shit. My focus right now is just production for shows. I put together a lot of. I do a Friday night comedy show in Lake Elsinore, and I do a Saturday night comedy show in North Hollywood, and like monthly and bi-monthly and annual events in L.A., in Marietta, Lake Elsinore, and back home in Washington, and.
So that's where you from originally, from Washington?
Seattle boy, Seattle born, Tacoma raised.
How did you feel when they got rid of the Supersonics and they moved to OKC?
It's funny that my boy that brought me down here, we was literally just talking about this on the way down here. I didn't care.
He was like, "Fuck them niggas."
No, it's not. I was never really into basketball like that. I grew up. My dad was into baseball, so we watched a lot of Mariners and then Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? So it was baseball full for me.
Griffey was
Hall of Fame, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it was always baseball and football, and I've never been to a basketball game. So when they left, I didn't really care, and most of the town, honestly, niggas gonna be mad, but most of the town didn't care either because they needed money for it, and the city was like, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So they left. You know, but it didn't bother me.
He said, I didn't care.
If the Seahawks left, I would throw a fit.
Yeah, that's gonna be the difference maker right there. Because I was just thinking, like, the year Kevin Durant got drafted, right? That's when they moved. And you think like niggas could have had
2008.
The Sonics turned into the Thunder, and it's like that could have been all through Seattle, you know.
Mm-hmm. They did just like change.
That's where the whole bring the Sonics back movement came from. Is that they started seeing they was doing good in OK, and it was like, all right, well, let's bring them back up here, you know?
Or just make a new team. Or just rename the team.
Do an expansion team.
Yeah, they probably
like how the Bobcats came in.
They probably will eventually.
But that's what the Browns did. The Browns moved to Baltimore and changed their names to the Ravens, and Cleveland didn't have a team for like a season or two. And then they just redid the Browns in Cleveland and made the Brown uniform a little lighter.
Well, wasn't that
Eventually they're gonna do it, but just being from there, like motherfuckers didn't support the stadium be empty at Sonics games, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't out there supporting it like that. You
had the same situation with the Oilers, right?
Yeah. They became the Titans.
The Titans, the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm. And then they
had an expansion team and got the Texans.
And then, they just never, but that was with the Browns, the Cleveland Reed just made a new Browns. Like, because they just didn't have a team. There was no team for like a year or two. But the Browns went to Baltimore and then just changed their names to the Ravens. Like the Ravens aren't an expansion team; they're the Browns. It's like the same thing when the Rams came from Ohio. People always think the Rams are like originally an LA team. Like them niggas was from Ohio. Like I forgot what they were called though.
I thought that too. I said that
It
earlier.
was LA based for real.
Yeah,
The original LA team is the Chargers.
and that sucks.
They're the original LA
Y'all
team.
got
before
two of
they
every
moved to San
damn
Diego.
team in this every sport. Y'all got 2 teams of everything.
They do that with all the
that
big
shit?
cities. Though, if you notice that, they do it
Nah,
with,
I didn't,
with
nah.
New York. It's the Giants, the Jets, the Bills. I mean, if you really want to be
Buffalo, yeah.
that's New York.
Yeah,
and
all right.
Then they got fucking what is it?
Yeah, I ain't honestly, I
baseball.
never
It's
even
the
thought about it.
Yankees, the Mets,
Even in basketball now, the Brooklyn
The
Nets.
Nets,
It
the
used to be
Nets.
New Jersey, but they're in Brooklyn
Yeah.
now.
But that's what a lot of people I've known for Jersey. They call them the New Jersey Giants. Like a lot of East Coast, like New Jersey niggas never call the Giants the New York Giants because they're like the stadium is in Jersey. They're like it was a gang of shit out there. Like the Statue of Liberty is in Jersey. It's not in New York. It's like you have to go across the water to get to it, and it's in Jersey. So it's like New York, like kind of history of just taking shit and be like,
I gotta get to New
nigga,
York.
this
Man.
ours.
My dad's from Brooklyn, man, but I ain't never been over there to that side yet. I definitely want to get on there. Hook
That's
me
straight
up,
Brooklyn life.
Brooklyn.
That's all gentrified now. They got like little delis and like dudes walking poodles, holding hands with other guys.
Damn.
Yeah, that's like Brooklyn and change. Brooklyn ain't Flatbush shaped. They talk about that shit. It's like way gentrified. The same thing like major parts of LA, and you see white people jogging in place and checking their pulse and shit with their little dogs and shit.
Checking.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I was used to
Why
see
you
That
talking about
pulling up
Brooklyn?
on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Yeah. It's a big difference.
But they still trying to do. That's why they putting the train shit through there. It's coming soon everywhere. They didn't literally did it in from both sides. They started like West LA was always West LA. Then they kind of start moving more east and closed in through Midtown, Mid City. All that shit is like gentrified now. Like pretty much. And then now they passed Adams. It's like white people with stores and shit like on Adams and Bronson and shit now. Like literally, like you be like, what the hell is?
I'm not sure of all the neighborhoods, but like I've been in and out of California for years now. One of my baby's moms is from here, but if you don't know people around here, you wouldn't know what's hood is what hood because like all the palm trees and nice houses throw me off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, that's what everybody from out of town say. Even the Jersey homies used to say that. They be like,
you never
man,
know where
they was like, we
you're
saw
gonna
boys
wind
in the hood and was like, nigga, this stay ghetto, the hood, boys in the hood. Because they said we have
Nice house.
we have yards. They said
This
it
is
was
a
in
rule
the
of
house.
thumb.
the palm trees and the sunshine and shit and the nice cars. It's like
It was like niggas got gates around their
No,
house.
but rule of thumb for LA,
That
right?
make it a nice house.
If you're
Gates of security.
on a street with a number in it,
Yeah, that's real shit.
more than likely you in somebody hood.
yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Well, see,
Say that again.
So I've been in and out, so I know people down
That's
here
real
now.
shit,
So I
though. I never thought of that.
I know areas like here
That's
in Long
crazy.
Beach. I this one cat told me I pulled up to the show. Where is this? I can't think of the fucking name of the time. Boomers. I put up to this spot.
Oh,
Boomers,
I did a show with Boomers before.
right? And
That's like more the north side.
I had my Seattle Mariners hat on, right? And my boy was like, "Hey man, you probably shouldn't wear that around
It
here."
was that moment from the wood.
Yeah.
They told Mike to take his
Mike.
hat off when they was walking in the store.
Well, get nobody gonna say nothing to me.
I was like, "What?"
So with the hat, blood.
It's like, what do they got against baseball out here, man? Like,
Against baseball. It's not
like
a
the
union
Mariners?
sport. No, niggas just go off.
You know, and I got a Rockies hat too. We have a team in Tacoma. Tacoma race to Rockies. It's local. You know, nothing major, right?
He said, but it's got blue in it.
No. This is
I'm fucking with you.
the hats have all different colors, but I have a gray one, and it's just got an R on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? And my boy was like, "Hey man, you know, you should be careful."
Yeah, like you from Raymond's? You from?
Well,
you from
he's
Southern
like
with an R.
Rollins. He said Rollins.
Rollins.
Yeah, he said Rollins. And I was like, oh,
That's real shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was involvement.
Yeah,
It's just guilty by itself. Because
Yeah.
most people that wear hats with just one letter on them,
yeah.
it's usually it's not a good idea.
I didn't
Unless
think
you
about
just
until
push
you
it.
said something. I never thought about it because in my mind it's Tacoma Rockies, Rainiers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rainier beer, you know.
Yeah, one letter, single letter hats are always trouble. Like
Yeah,
real
but shit,
H
like
hats,
culture in LA has evolved from just like
B
color
hats. Yeah.
Yeah.
to like
who you
to
know.
shoes,
It used to be a belt.
Now,
shoestrings.
That's new to me. I never
and then
heard
you
about
got
that.
the hats.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like no matter what hat you wear, it's like
Because you could be in a suit, but have a certain hat on, and niggas be like, yeah.
Where you from?
Yeah,
you know what that
niggas
represents.
Exactly.
Your tie gonna match your hat, and
Yeah.
that's gonna show where you from.
You gonna get pressed like a dry cleaner, man. Shit.
folded. Oh, sorry.
Nah, but I love it out here though, man. I've been out here about 3 years now.
Story.
Living.
That's some good. Yes. Oh shit.
The baseball bat.
No, I said, oh shit.
Oh, okay.
I had hit something under the table. I was like, oh. It's like, yeah. So other than that, though, I said the.
I got the topic.
Oh,
So I remember I was talking about the Freaknik shit, right?
yeah.
I kind of want to touch on that a little bit.
Slink is going in on Instagram.
Yes, all day Slink Johnson been going in on fucking
Niggas
know your mama.
Oh yeah.
Niggas know your mama.
I've
Niggas
seen
know
it.
your mama, cuz.
He said back in '94, niggas was trying to get into this concert. Your mama said she was gonna top me up. Nigga, this every fucking tweet like this nigga been going in.
You going in. It's wild. It's wild out there.
So how do y'all feel about like this documentary that's about to drop? So for me, right, I see like Luke and Jermaine Dupri is putting it together. They was like the super producers of that era when it came to the South.
Yeah, that's true.
Uncle Luke better be involved somehow.
Yeah.
69 boys.
And I feel like getting their perspective, I could trust their perspective, as opposed to anybody else, some random niggas that pulled up for 1 year and just said, oh, we went.
We were there.
You know, like, nah,
we were there.
These
at the
niggas
peak.
gonna have years of footage.
Yeah.
Right.
Whoever the DJs were, camera people,
There's photo albums somewhere out there.
drivers, shuttle bus drivers and shit, limo drivers. You got to have people like that. Hotel check-in, hotel
I would even say
people.
even the cops. Even the cops that was pulling them over on the side of the road and shit.
Everybody was involved.
That's real shit. Everybody will have a story to tell.
Yeah.
'Cause that shit touched every part of the
had
city.
some involvement.
If kids heard about it out here that they never went, they, niggas got stories. Niggas know your mama.
There's a possibility, man.
That's the Weed Olympics in here.
Yeah, I can't do the baseball bat.
Oh, man. It's hitting too.
Nah, I'm good.
He's like, I can't. I'm fucking.
They smoking.
Oh yeah, you light one, smoke them all. You know.
Yes, sir. So with the turf market, well, just period. That's what I wanted to ask you. Just as how did you like kind of get into the the cultivation or the business or just learning more about what made you want to kind of push forward in it? It's like just the organization of it, I would say.
Of what, the turf market?
But just no before this period in just
What made you get into
Or
the weed?
cannabis?
Yeah, to the cannabis culture. Like other than the normal reasons we all fuck with, you know.
Man, I got hurt.
Oh, that's always
Yeah.
You tapping out?
He tapped me out.
Damn, first round.
Nah, third
He gonna
round.
be triple fisted. I was like, this nigga Mac gonna be over here like
Third round.
he gonna be talking like, yeah, so you know, hitting all three at the same
Man,
time.
I'll be on it like it's my opponent, you know. I'm a cheater.
I can do 1 and 2 blunts a day, man. And
Damn.
Oh, that's cool.
Only if they the baseball
that's-
bats, I'll do 1 or 2.
that motherfucker's ridiculous. Y'all, I don't know, y'all can't see this, but the camera, that's ridiculous.
This is like, I wanted it to be like this. Oh,
That gotta be a dub in
I
there.
hit it. I'm like, shit, I hit it once and it went away. Yeah, that's up. But I was like, yeah, just so you got hurt and just that was helpful in the recovery of just dealing with the pain. Or, that's real shit. I worked at a weed shop in 2010, and just the stigma that people always had attached to the shops. It would be like, oh, we don't want them in our. They would be on the news back then saying that shit. We don't want them in our neighborhood. It attracts thugs and people want to rob it, and none of that shit would ever really happen in certain neighborhoods that they would complain about it in. But those customers, the people I would see, yeah, like the dudes like us, we'll come and spend our money, and we might come every day and spend $30 or $80 every couple days. These niggas, they had the people that look like lawyers and doctors and judges and dentists. They would come like twice a week, spend $700. And these are people that look like regular white. They look like the people that's complaining on the news, and they at those shops the most, cashing out. So I always looked at it like it was kind of a bad like stigma attached to just marijuana, cannabis, and like I have jokes about that shit. How people like drugs. Every other drug is kind of looked at, even though everybody knows it's worse, but weed is still.
I think it's a lot better in this day and age because of the medicinal purposes, all the studies that have been done on it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All the people that were secretly doing it now, you know. So I understand that.
The problem is that for the most part, we're not benefiting from that shit.
Yeah, well, it's because they. What do you see in that market of? Is the market cornered by a certain sector, or is it hard to kind of get forward in the cannabis? Is it a lot of hate, a lot of like?
Keep it a bean. Keep it a bean. Listen, before he says anything, let me. So, weed was legalized in Washington first or second one, right?
It was Denver, and
yeah. So shops were popping up before that. There were first the underground spots that was open 24 hours a day. Then there was the legal shit. All the underground spots was all niggas. Right?
With that fire.
Right.
That gas.
Then when the shops popped up, it was the structure is like this. And this has been the structure of every weed shop that I've ever been into in Washington and in California.
Yep.
It's owned by a white person.
Mm-hmm.
The manager is either a white woman or a white man. The workers are either white women or light-skinned women,
or like Latina girls.
And then the security staff is Hispanic dudes, black dudes, or white guys.
Yeah, that's how I was in shop I worked.
All of it. So we're getting the short end.
No, I knew a couple people, right, like friends that started up their own situations, and they successful, but at the same time, it's like they was doing it at a time where they was only giving up, what was it, like the 60-day permits or something, where you go into a spot, you can't really like set it up how you want to set it up because your permit only for so long, and then they gonna end up moving you out. So they try to make as much money as they can, then go get another spot down the street.
Right.
You feel me? But it's like when you moving around so much like that, it's kind of hard to bring in the type of revenue you want because, you know, people don't never really know where you at.
Yeah.
It just felt like the hustle, once you hustle, because like you said, it's hard, but I mean, like people like him that went forward in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like
you got something successful
what
going
do you
right
see,
now. Yeah.
Like, what do you see that helped you just go forward other than just your regular hustle skills or something? What was it that you had to tap into in that business area?
I'll say the relationships.
Networking.
Yeah.
Good networks.
Yeah, the relationships go a long way.
Yeah.
You know, the relationships was the biggest thing right there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And everything.
And I feel like a part of that too would be like the education, because you gotta like teach yourself and discipline yourself to learn the steps to get to where you want to go. You know?
Yeah.
Real talk though.
Because when you're doing everything legitimate, you trying to like do it as a business, run paperwork through shit, all that. It's like it's the steps you gotta go through. You gotta deal with the government and shit like that. So it's like you on point.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
Real talk.
A lot of people, you know, they not willing to go that extra mile, and that's why they do the small things. And
Sure.
only, you know, like I said, the 60-day permits and shit like that.
Got the 10 of them motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
so
We don't know where we're gonna be next.
Exactly.
You know?
Fuck it. We'll see. So, with you, when did you start promoting shows and booking shows and did you ever do comedy at any point, or was it just you just got into it?
I'm not a comic. Everybody thinks that 'cause I do a lot of comedy shows, but nah, I'm not a comic.
I think you got more comics as bookers than, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I hear that a lot too.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, I didn't did it here. I do shows, but it is like I still do shows. Like,
Yeah.
But it's all shit like, you know.
Said I do shows, but I do shows.
Like, I'm still doing a comic. I'm a comic, so it's like it kind of do get kind of. Some people think you're more of a host or a booker than just Like nigga, put me on your show too. Nigga, I done had you on my shit 3 times or something. Like,
Nah, for real. Nah, I hear that a lot from a lot of different comics, to be honest with you. But so I started out as a rapper. I started rapping like back in fucking 2006, something like that. And you know, I was just
What they call you?
Back then, I went by a few different names, but recently, Real Life.
Real life?
Yeah.
Do you spell it like
REALIFE, all one word.
Okay.
So, you know, I started making music, and I didn't know anybody who could put me on a show, right? But I knew some DJs. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a big
I
part
approached.
of it.
Yeah. But I approached it in a different angle, not just play the music. I approached the DJ. Was like, yo, man, show me how to put a show together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I did it so I can have my own platform selfishly. You know what I'm saying? But along the way, I met a bunch of other rappers, singers, rockers, comedians. You know what I'm saying? Fucking whole bands and shit, whatever. A bunch of different people and shit. And all those people had the same thing in common with me, that they didn't know nobody who can help them, you know what I'm saying, get on some shit. And so I just started putting on shows. And the behind the scenes helping motherfuckers do their thing is what I fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that since fucking like 2009 or some shit, man.
That's dope, man.
Super dope.
You know?
I feel like even a big part of my story is like having so many talented friends and individuals around me and shit like that. Like, we wouldn't have no innovative culture if it wasn't for everybody that put in the work for the content, you know?
Sure.
Like,
right.
that type of shit.
Yeah.
And that's real. It's like people don't really see the behind the scenes shit,
Yeah.
but when that product come out, it's like, damn, it's so beautiful because it's like, nigga, I fucking helped put that together. You know?
Work
like,
that went into it.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I just I mean, we did it. I think I don't know if it was a show, but I know that was the first show we did was the one in Hollywood.
At Fourth Wall.
Yeah. But that was the first time I'd even been there. I had seen it on there, but I had never went there for like a mic or nothing. And then even after that show ended and we were leaving, and I saw a gang of the homies like outside. I guess they had a show booked after. Like I mean, Mark Boyd was there. A couple people I had seen. I think Mohawk was outside. There was a bunch of other comics I hadn't seen in a couple months, but they were there. So it was cool seeing that, and then the show in Lake Elsinore, that was dope.
Yeah,
and it was a good. It's like you put like good shit. And then the Black House, that show is like dope. That's just super dope. It was just a nice size. It's a nice size. It's not small, but it's not some major room where everybody's not paying attention.
Right.
It's like they can still eat and kind of hear you, and that was dope. That was super dope shit.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you coming through. And so, but I've done a bunch of shit, bro. And I'm a humble nigga, but I've done a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I do graphic designs. You know
So
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
let me ask this: like what do you see yourself doing in the future? Like what other skills are you looking to pick up, or what other hats are you like willing to wear, and what you got going on?
I want to book like fucking national comics. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get into some of these fucking major clubs, because right now, you know, no disrespect to the venues that I'm working with, you know what I'm saying, but these are smaller, not non-traditional, you know,
but
clubs.
a lot of the comics still. What I've noticed, a lot of the comics still hit them spots.
Yeah, no, for
like
sure.
The big ones, the little ones.
For sure.
Like they'll pull up because it's just comedy. The ones that ain't just trying to be, oh, I'm famous.
Sure.
Because it's like, it's motherfuckers that do that ain't shit. Like, I'm going to keep it 100. It's not even that they not funny. It's just you still like a regular ass comedian.
But the goal, my goal, right, is to create the platforms for the comics and for the music artists, you know what I'm saying, and bring the people. Like, bro, I'm fucking 40 years old now, right? So I come from a period of time where the promoter was the motherfucker that knew people and brought people to the fucking show.
That's why you're the promoter.
You know what I'm saying?
You can promote.
and it wasn't the job of the artist to bring the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, your friends are going to come.
I'm going to bring
right,
the people. Was your job to entertain them,
right?
To make sure they're entertained, because that's how you keep getting booked. When they go, oh, if you're a good comedian, a good singer, a good rapper, Whatever the fuck you doing that you're being booked for, if you do it good and the promoter has like all these people here to come see you, and if you trash, then we don't see you again. But so it's just, I think a lot of that gets lost.
So look, I be trying to play devil's advocate sometimes because I spent a lot of my early career as a promoter.
Yeah.
And I never promoted a comedy event until just recently, but I was more like a club promoter, event promoter, things like that. So when you book an artist, it's not necessarily, like we said, trying to get them to bring people, but I feel like maybe those promoters don't really have that audience themselves.
Yeah.
And what they're looking for is 100%. To try to build their audience off
the talent.
The talent.
I mean, sometimes. Are you talking about paid shows?
It could
like
be
pay to play.
I mean, it could be both, and especially the paid ones. I feel like the paid ones a little bit more because
the pay to play is definitely the pay to play shows. So I'm artist and did the promoting, right? The pay to play shows, when they're asking you for money to be on the show, that money is going towards some expense.
Another major artist they got on the show.
At that point, you're an investor in the event.
Or they're paying for the bar. With
it might not necessarily be the major artist, but it might go to like marketing.
Yeah. I
ads or
but there's a show.
Flyers or some shit like
Sunday
that.
should
Whatever.
do that. That's what Spotlight Sunday kind of do.
They charge the comics.
No,
I know they charge the music artists.
They'll charge the music, but the comedians they hit up, and then they tell you to hit up other comics to have them come or whatever. So if you just show up and go in, you can just go up like without a flyer. I've seen niggas go up without a flyer, and niggas is on the flyer. I'm like, who the fuck is it? It's just a bunch of.
They could be like, well, shit, I brought somebody.
They didn't even, bro. Niggas just come in, and then they'll be like, hey, you going up? And they'll be like, yeah. And then they just go. They
at
go.
That
up.
point, that's based off of the venue and the promoter and whoever's hosting. They see that, all right, we got an open spot because somebody either didn't show up.
It ain't even
or
that.
now we got enough time.
I understand that you thinking
and you
from
can just throw niggas
you thinking
up there.
logically. This is like
they from the artist perspective.
But
from
it's
the
not even
perspective.
that. They don't. All the comics could be there. All the comics could be there plus some.
And they still
gonna put up
niggas.
another like 15 niggas. And then they mixing it. It's like music artists, comedians.
So
comedian music. You like.
So how does that happen? Like is somebody's time getting cut now?
No. And then the show, that's the one Sean.
So they already plan to have it as an open mic and have these.
But then they make it like
it's
a major show, and then they don't charge the comedian, so you don't know. But the show goes from like 5:30 to 2 in the morning.
So what you really mad at is how they promoted the event,
and then they pay the host like $40.
That's what it is, right?
The money's not going to the
advertise the event.
But there's people that just show up by themselves in some sweats and a t-shirt. Like, oh, I'll go up, okay.
But that's a problem, though, right? Like, false advertising.
Majorly.
That's false advertising when it comes to a company, that's putting on an event and they putting some shit out there and they telling you this is what it is. And now everybody show up, whether it be the audience, the crowd, the people that paid to get in there, or the like we say, the talent that's actually on the show. Everybody gonna feel a certain type of way because now you just putting all these extra niggas up here and this a whole showcase before the niggas go up that I came to see.
And then they might pull, like, if we could all be on the flyer and niggas will just show up and they'll put a bunch, like 7 niggas in one up. You be like, what the fuck? And then you ask them and
they'll
be
put like and friends and then put up all these random niggas.
They don't even put it, nigga. But even when they make the flyer, it's like 4 when they post the flyers to Instagram, nigga. It's like 4 pages of. But
I can understand why.
No, it's 4 pages, and then on each flyer page, it's at least 12 to 18 pictures on that page. And then you go over like, what the fuck? And it's another 12 to 18. Then you go over, and you like, bro. And that was like, they booked like 80 comics. Like, literally. And I've had comics at the Comedy Store, old veterans, like, when I remember when I was starting, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this show.
Maybe they charging them niggas to fucking
Some people, they just swindle niggas. It's like, I know niggas was like, I donated to they said they were doing something for the homeless and something.
But they basically paid to go and do a set.
Yeah. No, they are already booked on the set. They just was still trying to support. I'm telling you, bro, everything logically would make sense of like, okay, yeah, you just paid for time. It's a shit show.
That's like showing up and then they start passing the collection plate around.
I don't think it's ever been that bad. Hopefully not. I wouldn't put that on him, but it is.
You
like,
said they taking donations for some.
Like no, they tell him he'll be like hitting up everybody in the DMs that he booked like Dr. Umar, like donations, gifts.
Donations.
I ain't even
Sign
gonna
little
front. I
church.
do that too.
What?
Y'all, yeah, y'all
But
can-
you got a real legitimate business.
Donate
that you
to
run.
innovative culture.
Yeah, that's
can
legitimate.
Make,
This is
if y'all
legitimate.
like what y'all see, y'all can make this look.
This is
so
a
much
business,
better.
y'all. These is business people
Go
right
ahead
here.
and, we need a couple sponsors right now.
Entrepreneurs. You got to fully pronounce it.
I'm a
like,
firm believer that everybody should get paid. No one works for free, even if it's not a lot.
something.
It's something.
gas money, nigga.
Something.
Blunt money.
Oh yeah.
Like fucking anything. I'm gonna grab a snack tomorrow,
Yeah,
tonight.
if
and
you know
tomorrow.
how much out of my way I gotta go to do something, at least take care of that. You feel me?
So in the beginning of when I first started doing the show in Lake Elsinore, like we was doing
like Elsinore's a push. That's
like a solid hour.
That's
Yeah,
like
Solid hour, 8 minutes.
depending on which side you're coming from.
yeah.
I came from out here, so
Miss
it was
Miss
like,
Red fucking it took her almost 3 hours to fucking get out
yeah,
there,
she went out
bro.
in the valley, yeah.
Right, but knowing that, right? So in the beginning, we was putting all the comics on the billboard over the freeway,
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We
That
was-
shit was dope.
we
That
was
shit felt good. Seeing my shit on the
paying,
billboard.
guaranteeing them some money, food, fucking drinks. You know what I'm saying?
But think,
making
how
it-
much did
and-
you?
and
I'm
then
not
as
even gonna
long as
ask the
that-
number, but just in your mind, just think, how much did you invest into an event like that? Because that's a lot of shit to give everybody, and that's dope that you was
Yeah,
able
yeah.
to do that.
No, see, so check this out. And this is for anybody that wants to fucking do this shit. You can pay for a venue. That's cool, right? Or you can. All right. So if you want to put a show together, you have three options. You know what I'm saying? You can charge a cover. And as a promoter, you pocket and then pay your fucking people, right? By doing that, the venue, if it's a bar or a place that sells food and drinks, they're going to lose money because the more money people pay to get in, the less they pay at the spot, which is bad for them. So eventually they're going to not want to let you do any shit there no more.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can scratch that. Then you can go to second option is take a percentage of food and liquor sales. And then you bring all the people and get you a percentage, sometimes starting out 15 up to 20 for most places. You know what I'm saying? Or the third option is a flat fee. They pay you X amount of dollars, for your event. And that's usually how I work my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the free shows. You know what I'm saying? It's either a percentage or a flat fee. That way I can guarantee everybody some money and still make a profit as a business and still be able to invest in continuing to do the shows.
Yeah, with the flat fee, you already know what you walking in there, what you got to spend on that event.
Yeah.
And then you can go based off of this, how much I got to make to make sure everybody gets some bread.
And I'm hella transparent, you know what I'm saying? I tell these niggas what's up, right away, I message them right away, like this is what it is, like this is what I can do.
And that's the difference between being a good producer, promoter, booker, instead of being a janky promoter.
Yeah.
Like, everything good, bro, full love, and it's cracking, and it's like you get there, it's like 9 motherfuckers, and oh yeah, I don't think we can pay you tonight. Like, nigga, you said everything was good. I mean, you drive all the way. The shits be always solid, good, and every show ain't gonna be a major. But it's still like people like long as it's sometimes it's like, hey, I'm just happy to like if you know the person that they always look out for you.
Right.
It's nothing to like do a show. It's I'm working on my shit and
I'm responsible for the effort, not the outcome. Like I put in maximum effort. I do the flyers, the posters, I run ads, I do the social media shit. You know what I'm saying? I fucking
you wear a lot of hats.
I do the emails, I do the word of mouth, I do text messages and shit. You know what I'm saying? The people. And I still, at 40 years old, I'll still go out there and I'll pass around flyers my damn self. Me and my homies.
see
and
one of
shit.
them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know the feeling now. Last year because I've hosted shows before and helped people book shows, but last year when I started doing the show at the bar, and I was like, nigga, I gotta make the flyer. I'm booking. I've booked. I gotta reach out to these niggas or sort through the niggas that already reached out to me.
Yeah. I hit niggas up day of the show, first thing in the morning. This is the fucking. This is the order. This is what's going on.
And I was still getting all that shit together halfway through because I'm like, damn, niggas would always ask me, oh, is there a lineup? And I'd be like, fuck. It'd be like 20 minutes before we start. I ain't even. And I'm like, I knew it was something I didn't. think of, but it was because you're doing so much shit. Is I booked, I made the flyer, I sent the shit out to everybody. I'm sharing it, I'm promoting it. I'm telling the people at the spot like for the week before, like, hey, make sure y'all here, like I'm like there telling people. So and that's what would have my shit's kind of like cracking. So
it's fun, man, but it can get stressful, but it's cool. I enjoy it myself.
So we got like 20 minutes left.
My boy's here real quick.
Okay.
My partner just...
Okay, yeah. We got a few minutes of it. Like Mac get on back on some, like, so just some weed stories before we crash it out of here, because I know that's the funniest shit. I was thinking about that today, just random weed stories. Just today, like I went in the living room and the homie he in there and he was like, yeah, so and so gave you some weed. Like if you got a leaf, we can smoke it. And he was like, tell me what you think, because he know like I'm a smoker. And it was a lot of, and like I swear, I grabbed a nug and I was like, it wasn't a good, like, it was like and he was like,
what did it smell like?
I don't even want to say musty, because sometimes
like pesticide.
Not even that. It was just like I don't know. But it was just my reaction.
Something
he was
right.
like, yeah. He was like, yeah. He was like, all right, that's gonna stay there then. But what's some weed stories you had that's like weird or funny or random? Because I feel people don't give away good weed. They give away, like, if you Michael Douglas, people give away weed.
Yeah, because they always gonna have an abundance of the lower shit, you know?
So people give you, like, you be like, oh, thanks. And you be like, man, this some snickle fruits. What was it, Huckleberry?
The Huckleberry.
Oh, they always give you their worst shit with the biggest smiles, you know?
Man, we had some shit that sat on the table over here for about 3 or 4 days because then nobody want to roll it up.
Oh, yeah. No, nobody.
See, that's the bottom of the barrel.
So what's one of your stories of just crazy weed shit or just some tasting some bad shit? I'll say just one of mine. I remember I was laughing because I remember we smoked, and this was when I did the movie Mondays. The movie, I used to love that shit, the movie sessions and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And we was down there, and I was about to leave, and I was like, fuck, I'll smoke a blunt for you, or I'll smoke a blunt with you, or we was just chilling and talking. And I rolled, like, I think I had like a blunt, like, a little skinnier than yours. And he was like, I just remember he looked like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh, like, you know, I'm kind of skimped, like, I'm kind of Michael Douglas right now. Even though I was at the Turk Market, but it was one of them, like, $45 nights where I'm like, hey, I'm making sure I just got enough till, like, Wednesday. It's Monday, I'm making sure I can make it till, like, Wednesday night or a Thursday morning when I was something, but I was like, yes, I probably got 60 on me. Yeah, I'm gonna drop like $50, $45 just to have enough to do something else tonight, like get some food at least. And I remember he was like, look, the shot. He said, shut out. The blunt was just horrible. It wasn't even bad looking, but it was like.
Oh no, it was a little thinner.
It was a thinner blunt. That shit was Stephen King thinner.
Yeah, it was a little thinner. Yeah, that one.
Thinner. He hit you at he pointed at a nigga like. So, have you had any like other like experiences of just funny weed stories or encounters with motherfuckers?
Shit.
People smoking they shit weird or.
I mean, nothing more crazy than me blowing myself up in the car. Shit.
We should have got that clip ready.
Oh my God.
Nigga, this nigga. See, what caused it? Was it the blowtorch?
Man.
She was taking a dab.
Dabs?
Nigga, he was
about to take a dab
on
in the car.
live and shit, and recording.
This nigga, nah.
I went to,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was hot.
You're not selling it.
I had no Corolla and shit, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I went to fill the motherfucking torch up and shit.
Yeah.
I went to start that shit up, and I'm on live and shit. And next thing you know, that motherfucker's just boom.
You had the windows up and shit.
You said you was
windows up, but the doors was open and shit.
Yeah, that shit like
the gas was still in the car.
Damn.
Yeah. So when the gas caught that flame,
shit blew up right there. I jumped out the car.
that shit. He said, "Oh shit!" He's like, "What the
the
fuck?"
car blew up and shit too.
Damn.
No, the car didn't blow up.
It was just the whole inside, where he was just ignited.
This nigga used to be light skinned.
How do you explain that to the insurance company?
Like I cooked myself in this motherfucker trying to get high.
Yeah.
Who will they blame?
Damn torch was on fire in the back seat still. I didn't even know
Oh
that.
shit! Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they for
Yeah.
sure was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's shady.
Then my grandma
Yeah,
and
Pyromania.
homegirls outside. It was crazy.
That's what.
Oh man, that's
Yeah. That's my worst weed story.
You still be using torches and shit after
That's
that?
some cold
I
shit.
get PTSD. I still use torches here and there,
But
but
it's you be nervous, kind of like.
I actually went on YouTube.
You know they got the little
Exactly.
battery operated ones though, right? You could use one of them. You just tap it and let it warm up.
Oh yeah,
It fill up. You just hit that motherfucker. You ain't need no flame needed.
And try to get hot that bad, man.
travel pack.
Yeah,
That's a travel. That's
I,
a travel
like for
kit.
sure. That's for the car. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like
no, but no more torches in the car. Though, you know,
That makes sense.
no more torches in the car.
And
just
I
use a
noticed the
puff
torches
coat.
do last a long fucking time too.
But he had just refilled it too, and with him just refilling it, it's like some of that gas was leaking out and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that shit was
Just fucking
bad.
just chilling.
It settled in the car.
Still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though, but it's really cool. I just like, but it's always cool because I met Mac in, I want to say, what was it, like early 2018? So it was about a year and a half before I started doing comedy. I still had my dreads and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nigga, that shit was crazy. I used to catch the bus to the Turk Market and then jump on the train and come out here to go to work. So like where I still like work now and shit, do shows there now and shit. So it was like everything kind of came full circle. Like that's what was crazy. But I remember just going to the Turk Market with the homie that first bought me there, and then start going by myself. And then he would always be hosting it, and he'd be spitting the shit. He got the isms. He be giving it up like all of the wordplay. So I'd be like, this shit is cool. Then I started going to the Melrose Lounge. Oh yeah, and that's right over where everybody do music videos and shit. Now the exact same corner. Was that on Curson and shit?
Yeah, that
and
was a spot.
That was the real like lounge shit of like you go in and just kick back and free dabs all as long as you in there. You get your hand steps, so even if you bounce, you can come back. Nigga, I'd be on the couch, nigga, I'd be rolling up and chilling, into food and all that. And I remember the first time I had the Dolomite, they was up there. And I was just sitting there like, nigga, watching the Clipper game. I don't even fuck with the Clippers. I was just like, he said it on the mic too. He's like, Tony Graham's high as a motherfucker in this one. But I just remember even that, he was the first person I remember with another comedian, because I've taken a lot of comedians to the Turk. I know I'm dragging it out.
Hey, like you going on a rant, but you keep transitioning into other shit. And I would say it wrap up like
That's
3
the whole
times.
Okay.
story.
But that was the first person I ever heard.
This nigga gotta go, Tony.
I walked in and niggas was like, "Oh, Tony Graham's in it." So in the big warehouse shit. So I always look like, thanks for just all of the support. The Turk Market, all that shit was just always been cool. It's always cool when y'all hit me to come do the shit. And thanks for coming here. The slide through. It's always dope. Hopefully get you back, do some more shit.
Oh yeah, Mr. Ingenuity. It's all good. It's all to the good, you know. Respect all y'all. You know, appreciate all what y'all doing.
Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Shit, MaccMeezaleeny. God damn, I got caught my mouth.
Man, I had no water. I'm like,
No, actually, my water's been over there on that tray table this whole time. I'm about to get to it and take it down.
my shit in the car.
But MaccMeez. I got a long ass Instagram. I was trying to get a new one. But yeah, MaccMeezaleeny. That's MaccMeezall. One L with 2 E's, 1 N and Y.
Yeah, you gotta shorten that shit.
Yeah.
He said you got to share that.
Don't even worry about it. If you don't find it by then you won't know now. Oh yeah.
Oh, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at Gerald Beamon Presents on Instagram, on all the stuff, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And Saturdays, if you're in North Hollywood, Saturdays 9 to 11, come check out Black Jokes. It's an all-black comedy show, all-black lineup every weekend at an all-black venue. So come fuck with us.
North Hollywood.
I'm definitely gonna pop up.
It's North Hollywood. They got that. I got the Nipsey Blue Burger.
For sure.
Yeah, like when I went,
that shit was
that
slapping.
Nipsey Blue
Shit
Burger
slapping.
was like
And
with the
the
blue
mushroom
cheese
sliders,
crumbs.
bro.
Oh, nigga, that shit's fire. But it's all black business, support black business, black comics. It's North Hollywood. That shit's cracking. So
For the culture, dog. We about to take over.
that's right.
Where they gonna find you at?
Oh shit, Tony Grams. Find me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS.
Don't forget about me this time.
Yeah, you know, be like, that's it, y'all. Cut the camera off. Like, goddamn. Like, but yeah, I got some shit coming up. I'll just follow the page, watch the stories. I ain't been posting like a lot, but I've been working on some shit. So keep you posted. Check it out.
You done? Did you say your name?
Yeah, I gave my IG. That was the first shit I did.
Okay. I'm Cool Ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet. Tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. We out of here.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Innovative. Innovative comedy.